Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Poor people see hostility rising daily.
The skyline of Philadelphia is set off by Liberty Place. It is the one place where anybody in America should be able to talk about, the things that are going on. And black people are dying every day. You saw the Trayvon Martin case. You see the disparages all the time. We got the highest drug addiction, the highest abortion rate, the highest murder rate in the city of Philadelphia and in most cities in America. And Liberty Place is the place to discuss it. Meaning the Lord's people, the prophets, the Israelite school, U.P.K.
I'm sorry, you said we have the highest proportion.
Oh, when I say we, I'm talking about the Lord's people. I'm talking about blacks, Hispanics, and Asian, specifically blacks in Philadelphia, but in all of the major cities, we're suffering. And, it shouldn't be done in silence. Nobody else has to suffer in silence. They get to protest, they get to do and say what they want. We should be able to do so.
Now, the attorney for the shopping center said that you all, the words you use amount to ethnic intimidation, and they're hostile, and or the N-word, and such. Why do you use that type of language?
Well, the Ku Klux Klan has been touting racism since the turn of the century, and they've been protected by free speech that long. Okay, we say what is truly happened, just like our lawyer mentioned in the case. We were in slavery. We have been, unfairly treated in America, and we use these words to bring attention to us. We use these words because this is what makes a person stop, listen for a second, and think about what's really going on, instead of just, what handbag I'm gonna buy or, what club I'm gonna go to tonight. People are dying. People are sick. The city is a wreck.
Clearly some people are bothered by the speech that you used. Does that bother you at all?
The First Amendment was written specifically for speech that was unliked. You know what I mean? That's what it was written for. And once again, at the Israelite school U.P.K, we always follow the law. And you gave us this law. America gave us the First Amendment law. And so we used it. We didn't use violence. 30 years, we've never had an arrest, not one. 30 years in the city of Philadelphia. 30 years, we've never had a riot. 30 years, we've never had a complaint that was actually substantiated as a crime. And we used the only law that was given to us. And now we find out when we use the law, guess what? Doesn't apply to us. Just like if you shoot a black man because you think, he might be a criminal, or you think he always gets away. If you blow him away, hey, it's okay.
Are you going to have a protest today?
We'll be at 16th and Chestnut, as is our First Amendment right, this Friday.
1 p.m.
1 p.m. And we will...
A week from today?
A week from today, Friday, we'll be at 16th and Chestnut exercising the law. And like the judge mentioned in the end, as long as we abide by the law, and we have always abided by the law. And if I could just add one small thing, had we even been approached, we have always, all across this country, we have always attempted, to the best of our ability, to work with businesses, to work with the city. Every law, that's why all of the city officials knew us, all of the city officials backed us. Why did they back us? Why would they back us saying what we say? Because they know that if we want to take these young men off of drugs, out of prison, and tell them to be law-abiding citizens, then we, one, have to follow the law, and two, we have to make sure that you follow the law. You can't tell us to follow the law and then turn around and take away our free speech. Then you're telling these young men, you know what? You should be a criminal. you should be a drug dealer. Because if you follow the rules, they come out of all the things that have destroyed blacks and Hispanics and Native Indians in America. Here they are. And you can see them across the country on any street corner on a Friday or a Saturday. Instead of doing robberies and burglaries, you can see them open up a Bible and teach it. That's how you fix black people. You don't fix black people. Like right now in the media, there's a big talk about what's the law that they want? The stand your ground law. They want to talk about the stand your ground law. What we want to talk about is fixing the morals of black people so that both sides don't have to say, hey, he's a criminal, and the other side doesn't have to say, let's kill him. You know what I mean? So what we want to do is wake up our people to come back to the morals of the Bible, to come back to the rules of God. And in doing so, all of our problems will be alleviated.
Now, to those who say that you all hate white people and Asians and homosexuals, what do you say?
What we say is simple. It's against the Roman Catholic Church to be homosexual. Why are we any different? Okay? If you are of Jewish descent, you are prohibited or at least encouraged not to intermingle with other races. The Jewish community calls themselves the chosen people, the white Jewish community. The things that we tout, once again, this is why it's such a big issue, because the things we say are said in every religion. The only difference is it's not said by black men with braids and boots on. So once black men with braids and boots on say it, oh boy, what is this? But I mean, the Roman Catholic Church, biggest religion in the world.
That's about gays. Now, what about whites? People say you hate whites.
Once again, the Bible has crimes in it. There are crimes. There is a crime to enslave black people. There's nothing wrong with bringing a criminal to justice. America has not paid. We wonder why black people kill each other. Why? Nobody says it, but everybody asks, why are black people acting like this in the ghetto? You would act this way too if somebody committed crimes against you and it could not even be discussed at Liberty Place. If that happened, you would say, you know what, I might as well lose my mind, get a gun, and go crazy. Well, what we're saying is the same thing. You say we hate you. We can't even talk about a crime. God is angry at these crimes. Okay? And so when we say, we have hatred for white people, what we're saying is God has given examples. In Romans, the 9th chapter, in the 13th verse, he said, I hate Esau. And why did he say it? Because of the things that he did.
Real quick, do you hate white people or don't you hate white people?
God hates white people.
Nothing your group.
I'm answering your question. God hates white people. Okay?
Why?
We don't have an individual hatred of white people.
Thank you.
But God does.
Why does God hate us?
For this reason, for the crimes. Listen, God hated us at a point. Why do you think we ended up in slavery? This isn't racism. This is justice and what's right. I mean, we were in slavery. We lost our identity. Ask these black men who they are. They don't know. Ask you who you are. I bet you don't know who you were before you got here. Why did this happen? Because God was angry that we broke his laws. And we paid for it. And guess what? Now the coin's on the other side. Anybody that reads the Bible knows that God destroyed Egypt. Why? They enslaved the Israelites. Everybody knows that God destroyed the Romans. Why? They killed the Christians. Everybody knows that when you harm God's people, he becomes your enemy. And nobody denies that, and nobody runs from that. And the only difference is the Israelites get up and say, God hates you. When everybody says that. Every Christian in America says that God is going to bring a nuclear war. Right or wrong? Every Christian in America says Judgment Day is coming. So nobody says, oh, you hate us because you say God is going to bomb, America or going to, bring destruction on the earth. But when the Israelites say it,
some people would think that it's ironic that you all had two white lawyers, right, who stood up for your rights and said what you say. What would you say? You said God hates them. What would you say to people who said, why didn't you have black lawyers?
First of all, you have to understand that those lawyers that stood up to us and did an amazing job, by the way, did an amazing job because this is their law. And they stand on their law, and we are trying to abide by their law. We didn't write these laws. Black people didn't create these laws, but they did. And we are giving them a fair chance to stand on their laws. And they did it. And they showed us that they could stand on their laws, even though 90% of the time, blacks and Hispanics have been trashed by laws, okay, or undermined by laws. And so there was nothing wrong with having two great lawyers that deal with the law of America, okay? And let me say this. We don't just deal with white lawyers. We have to deal with white police officers all the time. We have to deal with white city agencies all the time. I carry a driver's license, comes from America, okay? We deal with all kinds of white people because we're in America, in captivity with no identity. So there's nothing wrong with us handling these things this way until our nation becomes one.
Yes, them have the heart of a pagan. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous trod in the countenance of the Almighty One. Them have the heart of demons. The children have the heart of a lion, I know. Evil a move with Satan. Righteous walk in the countenance of the Almighty One. Poor people see hostility rising daily. Ignorant multiply brutality. I see that they run gone left mommy. Fi struggle the hard road with 5 beginning. Our I see baby having baby. Nothing that happen no do.